I made these strawberry cheesecake bars today and they were so good. I mean, I could not stop eating them. This recipe comes from Chelsweets and I will tag her down below. But I am going to show you how I make it because you're going to want to make these all the time. To begin with, in my food processor, I'm going to add in a 16-ounce box of strawberries. You can use frozen if you'd like, and a half cup of sugar. I'm going to blend that well. In my pot, I'm just going to add it in there on medium heat. I'm going to stir this for 8 minutes. After 8 minutes, you should see a nice foam on the strawberry jam. And then you're going to want to lower your heat to a low and continue to cook that for an additional 30 minutes. What you're trying to do is reduce the strawberries. In a bowl, I'm going to add in 1 cup of graham cracker crumbs, 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, which has been melted, 3 tablespoons of regular sugar, and a 4 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm just going to mix this all together until it becomes nice and crumbly like that. I'm using an 8x8 baking dish and I did line it with some parchment paper. I'm going to add the graham cracker crumbs to that and I'm going to just press down on it. My oven is preheated at 350 degrees. And I'm going to pop this in the oven and bake that for a good 8 minutes. After 30 minutes, the strawberry jam has reduced. I'm just going to transfer that into a bowl and let that cool down. And now it's time to get the cheesecake batter ready. For that, I'm just going to use my stand mixer, but feel free to use a bowl and just a hand mixer. I'm adding in 3 bars of softened cream cheese, and I'm going to whisk that until it's nice and creamy. Making sure to scrape down the side of the bowl. I'll be adding in 1 cup of sugar. This is just plain sugar. And then I'm going to whisk it again. To that, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sour cream, which has been at room temperature, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I'm going to continue to whisk that. And here I have 3 large eggs at room temperature. I'll be adding in one and then mixing, and then the other, mixing, and then the other, and mixing until it's all combined and your batter should be nice and creamy. I'm going to add half the batter to a bowl along with 1/3 cup of the strawberry jam and a little bit of a red food coloring just to get this to look pink. That is optional, but since Chelsweets did it, I think it's amazing. I ended up adding a little bit more red so I can get more of a deep pink. Now we're going to be adding this in portions, basically just pink and then white and then pink and then white. So you can have different colors. And on top of that, I'm going to drop some of that strawberry jam and then just swirl it with my cake pick. This is going to go back in the oven 325 degrees from 55 to 65 minutes until it has set. Make sure that you put water at the bottom to ensure that it comes out nice and moist and it bakes evenly. And now this is done. Look how beautiful that looks. I just love the pink, white, and red colors. And of course, this has to cool. I'm going to let this cool at room temperature for an hour. Pop it in the fridge. You can do 2 to 4 hours, preferably overnight. I did 4 hours and it's still quite a little bit jiggly, but it did set. Just cut it into squares and enjoy. These are so delicious. I will be making these again. My whole family loved them. Enjoy.